Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear the podcast. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. That was good.
Why didn't y'all tell me you were doing that?
Because it's funner that way.
I hate you guys.
You look so lost. You
For a
look like,
second.
what?
Oh, I knew that it was like the podcast anniversary, but then I was like, wait, is it my birthday? No, it's not my birthday. I was like, what's going on? Whose birthday is it?
Questioning his entire existence.
Well, then I was like, is it y'all's birthday? No, it's not their birthdays. I was like,
it
whose
my
birthday? It
birthday?
doesn't make sense
Whose
for them to
birthday
sing
is
birthday
this?
to themselves.
To
So-
the podcast.
The podcast turned one.
That's
little
crazy.
baby.
That's crazy. So explain this to me real quick because honestly I forgot. So we released the December 8th episode
Yes. So
last year.
we kind of went through it because we had some lost tapes.
Okay.
About 4 or 5 lost tapes.
I don't know who did that.
It's okay because they're kind of trash anyways. They're kind of rough. And then our very first episode we released on December 8th. So whenever this one is released, it's December 7th, I believe.
Correct.
So we're a day early, but suck it up. We get to celebrate for a whole week.
A whole year.
Maybe we'll do some giveaways. No, we got nothing to give
No, we
away.
ain't got nothing to go away. I mean,
Be coming out of our pockets.
I'll give you a sticker or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you can have a Heights sticker.
You can have a Music by Heights sticker.
There you go.
A whole year of podcasting. You know, there were some who said you won't do it. There were some who said you can't.
It's basically us.
You
There
won't
were
be
some who said-
successful.
There were some who said that'll never happen.
They were all right.
But
This is our final
But
episode.
God, hey
Please
man,
stop. Okay, we talked about pet peeves last week. That's one of my pet peeves right there. I
Oh,
hate
no.
that so much. We're going back to pet peeves.
Oh my gosh.
Reed.
There's
I love
no
the
way.
sentiment, but I just hate that everybody says it.
It says but God.
Like, but it's like that.
Just
big,
the attitude?
It's like their big. That's the big point of their sermon. The big point of their story. It's like, but God. It's like, stop saying it like that. Please find something original
No.
or creative.
You're wrong.
Like like one person. That can be one person's thing. Not everybody can do that. That's not okay. It's
I don't agree with-
plagiarism
I don't
at this
agree with
point.
you.
It's plagiarism.
I don't agree with you.
It's a pet peeve. So, you know, I hate it when people take a podcast topic 2 weeks in a row and try to just make it their thing.
It's
It's not. It's just plagiarism at this point.
Sorry, you just said it, and I had to react. Okay,
It is
I
on
hate
brand
it.
for you, right? The
I
cynicism.
hate it.
Right. Well, a year of this, right? Of this has
You're
existed.
welcome,
right?
everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have stopped listening a long time ago.
You know, we're about to spin off.
Don't give him ideas.
We're about to spin off of this podcast with Reed's Pet Peeves podcast.
I'm just gonna be
Reeds.
yelling at the mic for an hour.
Reads
ranting.
peeves to peeve about.
Reed's Peeves.
Pets to peeve about.
Pets to peeve about. I hate that so much.
You guys, if I don't know, did we ever talk about our whole naming process? Because we went through a lot of iterations.
We went through it.
like
our
most of them were
friendship,
jokes, but some of them were pretty funny.
We started the Lost Tapes without a name.
Without a name.
Like the first 2 or 3, we were just like, hey, we're back.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome
This
to
thing.
Yeah, there were so many different names that were terrible and horrible, but
I thought the name that, because y'all kept throwing around thoughts to think about.
That was me. Yours truly.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah. I
And
kept bringing it up, and they were like, "That's stupid."
Well, because I thought you were joking, and I was like,
I was dead serious.
well, then you stop joking so much because I never
Yeah.
know.
I'm just having a good time, man. It's not on me.
things to thought about.
Things to thought about.
Isn't that what it started? Things to thought about?
No, I
be
had
silly?
I had thoughts to think about in my pocket for a long time,
Right.
like a long time, because I would say something like that, like I said something stupid like that, it, just like in a real conversation, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's a good
Right.
name. But then, yeah, you thought I was joking, so
I can't. I honestly
here we
can't
are.
remember any of the other ones that we
I
said.
can't either.
But
go take a listen to the lost tapes, maybe. But
did we ever find them?
I mean, there's like 2 or 3, but they're really not good.
No, it's very chaotic.
Audio's bad. The energy is bad.
Yeah.
It's got bad vibes. Bad vibes.
You know, I think when I'm old and gray, or I'm already gray,
Dang.
Jeez.
to like I'll think back on this time, and Shani, I had a podcast. when
Oh
I-
gosh.
God.
But I think the things that are gonna stick out to me the most is my dog Walter, just really going hard on Reed every single time.
Always
he
attacking
really-
Reed. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
He
Walter
really just is a fan of
couldn't
Reed.
keep his paws off me.
So if you've been around for a whole year, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
Last year we did kind of go through Christmas, but now it's like we get to talk about Christmas
Yeah.
at Christmas time. So we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Dang, I was
is
thinking that same song.
here.
I love that song. It's really good.
That's from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it original to that
I don't know.
album?
Honestly, I'm not. Controversy, hot take. I'm not a huge fan of Charlie Brown.
I thought you were gonna say Christmas, and I was gonna be so mad.
Are you fan of Christmas? No. I most definitely. There's 5 trees in my house. There's,
Jeez, really?
What?
There's a lot of trees
Wow,
in
that's
my house.
awesome. I wish I had space for that.
But I'm just not a fan of Charlie Brown.
Why?
It's boring.
Boring?
It's boring. I think like the smooth elevator jazz is just like it gets into my skin.
Oh, I love it.
Makes
It's
me
just-
feel weird.
It makes me feel.
Ba-da-da-ba-da-da.
It makes me feel like a child. Like I feel like transported in time. Like
Oh,
That's
That's
weird
what I
because
feel like
it's
when I
not-
watch that.
It's not from either of y'all's childhoods. It's like from the before times.
well, right. From
the before times.
That's what I call before I was alive.
Right. There's pre-read and post-read. That's all there
Oh
is.
my gosh. But I mean,
That is all there is.
people watch this as a child.
Yeah,
so
Reed
it could be
I think the only
nostalgic to their
I think
childhood.
the only Peanuts I've seen
is the Charlie Brown.
is the Christmas special. That's the only Peanuts
you didn't
I've seen.
see it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown,
Mm-mm.
or
Isn't there a thing? There's like one for every holiday, right?
there is a Thanksgiving one. I forgot what it's called. I think there's even a Valentine's Day one.
Is there one for President's Day?
I honestly think there might be.
Is there one for Easter's?
I don't know about that one. I actually don't know. But I mean, I watched it a lot as a kid. Read what Christmas movie film reminds you of your childhood? And let
Of
me
my
just
childhood?
berate it.
Berated. Man, honestly, I didn't like watching Christmas movies that much as a kid. I think the
He was
first.
like, I was living Christmas movies as a kid.
I think the first one I
Please, sir.
yeah,
Some more.
I was living Charlie Brown Christmas. The first one that I really remember like really being into was Elf. You know, and I think that was
Okay.
like when I was in middle school or high school,
Wow.
right?
I mean, it's a newer one, but that movie is crazy. I think we talked about it last year, but like that movie is so cool to me because it's like
It's almost timeless.
it's so
2003.
good. Like it's actually good.
Wow.
So I was 10.
That's a old movie. Wow.
Yeah.
Right. It's older than you expect because it feels super new.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just has like it's actually good. Like it has
Right.
it has that old school like Christmas quality to
Yeah.
it that just feels it kind of feels timeless. It's good. It's really good. I like that.
So I
movie a
guess
lot.
that was my childhood movie was Elf.
Right. Because it came out when you were 10.
Right.
Interesting.
What's your favorite part of the movie Elf?
Bye,
buddy.
that one's really funny.
Yeah,
I say
that's
that
really good.
I say that all the time.
Same.
I love the snowball fight.
Okay, yeah, that's a
Snowball
classic.
fight's a lot of fun. Yeah, I guess the part where they all cry at the end. No, I'm just
Oh, that's a
kidding.
really good one. Really great part.
Yeah, so
I love that Santa's like got beef with the Central Park Rangers.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
I think that's
love
so
that.
funny. It's
Out of
like,
nowhere.
What the heck? I thought that was funny as a kid because it just
Yeah.
like feels out of left field. Like what? It's the Central Park Rangers. Like what? What's wrong with you? So
But like
good.
when you think of Christmas movies, like that's what is in your brain.
that's my favorite one, the first one that I really was
That's
like,
one.
That's cool.
hey, I like this Christmas movie. you know?
Interesting.
Like A Christmas Story. Not really a big fan of
Oh.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all don't like it? Oh, that one also feels nostalgic.
It just feels boring.
Yeah.
Just like, why am I watching this?
But also there's a TV station that plays it all day, back to back to back on
Freeform?
Christmas Day.
maybe.
Used to be ABC Family.
Maybe. I mean, there's probably a couple that do it.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's too much.
I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. I would watch it all day if I could.
Well, you can on December 25th.
Okay, well maybe.
To go back, Christmas Time is Here. We were wondering when it was written and if it was original to Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, original to Charlie Brown.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a popular Christmas standard written by Vince Guaraldi.
Guaraldi, I don't know how to say it.
Guaraldi, and Lee Mendelson. Did I say that right?
I guess I don't know.
For the night. Well, he corrected my first. It was a joke.
I was just saying it. I mean, I don't know.
It was a joke. Okay, everybody, it was a joke.
Didn't land.
Guys, everybody, calm down.
Just cut it. Okay. For the 1965 television special, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
wow. Okay.
When did that come
1965.
out? 1965.
Yeah.
Huh.
60s,
Wow.
and you could watch it today, and it's still so good. See, look at
Okay.
y'all. How? So, what's your favorite Christmas movie then?
My the attack.
I'm just looking at you.
I have two. So classic, The Santa Claus, the first one with Tim Allen, but like the second and third one are okay. The fourth one's weird.
I didn't know there was a fourth one.
I'm pretty sure there's a fourth. Did they not just come out with like a
There's
mini
like a
series?
TV show, I think, like a show on
Yeah.
Disney Plus or something.
Yeah, I think it's like just a mini series to, from what I hear, to like tie up the storylines. I don't really know. It got a little left field at one point.
But you did watch it already?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. So The Santa Claus is the first one, and then It's a Wonderful Life.
I like that movie also. I
Yeah.
think it's a really good movie. A lot of people don't like it or say it's not a Christmas movie,
Uh-huh.
but I think that's done.
I don't think I've ever seen It's a Wonderful Life.
But it's black and white. Is that why you haven't seen it?
I don't think that's why.
It's from the Before Times.
Yeah.
Before-
I have never seen it. Yeah.
What about The Land Before Time? Have you seen that movie? Definitely Before
I
Times.
know about that movie.
You've never seen The
I
Land
don't
Before
think I've
Time?
ever seen that movie.
Wow.
Oh, dog. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why.
Focus back on
Maybe
Christmas.
that. Maybe
Let's go.
this all makes sense.
Aw.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
You know? You get what I mean.
Yeah, no, I
You get what I
get
mean.
you. I get you. All the listeners, you know.
I did enjoy Home Alone
Ooh.
actually
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and that one's
Yeah.
like 1990, so it's
Yeah.
like
Do you like the first one or the second one? Or you just like them both?
second
Or
one
the
is Lost
third
in
one.
New York, right?
Yeah, New York.
I like both the first two. Yeah, they're both good.
Do you have? Yeah. What's better in your opinion? Do you think?
Probably the second one. Yeah, the second one.
I agree.
A lot of people say that. My wife says that they
Mhm.
prefer it. They think because it's the traps are more like elaborate. They're a little more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It goes to his like aunt's house, right?
Yeah, it's like his aunt and uncle's house
Right.
in New York, or
It's like under
whatever.
construction, and
Yeah.
yeah.
well,
it's really
yeah,
funny.
he like at first he's in a hotel.
Yeah, Trump,
and it's like
Trump's
Trump Tower. Yeah,
Yeah,
Trump Tower.
Trump's there, yeah.
I always think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that movie though is when he's like got the TV playing the gangster movie. I don't know what movie that is.
It's
a-
actually not a movie.
Oh, is it not?
It was made
Okay.
for the
Uh-huh.
the
just like that toy was, the recording toy, the toy that he uses to record.
Oh,
Didn't exist before Home Alone 2.
Oh,
It was made
interesting.
up, and then
They
there was
had
like a
released
high
it.
demand for it after the movie came out, so they created
interesting.
it.
Dude,
Wow.
we just like told each other facts about that movie.
Yeah.
That's super interesting that we didn't know.
I feel like our wives' family
Yeah,
has talked about all of this together. So
I mean,
it's
you're
just like
not wrong.
sometimes you're listening and catching it, and sometimes I'm listening and catching it. So
In case we have a new listener, because that could be taken weird. He said our wives' family. Ephraim and Reed are married to sisters, and so they are in-laws.
Indi-
my
Individually.
wife is his wife's sister.
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just
If this
yeah.
is the first episode you chose to jump in on, welcome.
Happy
but
birthday
yeah,
to you.
don't be too weird about it.
A
But
doozy.
yeah, it's true though. Yeah, I zone out a lot. So there you go. Good call.
Yeah. So Home Alone, Elf. Yeah, that's my childhood movies.
Let me tell you this. How early?
No.
Well, here, let me ask this question then instead. When do you think Meredith's already watched Home Alone? How long ago did she watch it?
Oh, okay.
Prior to
It is-
Oh, you mean like so her first Home Alone watch of the Christmas
Of
season?
the season, yes, of the year.
Currently, behind the scenes, today is November
27th.
27th.
Yes.
Okay. When this airs is December 7th.
This is some Inside baseball
when
here.
did she?
Secrets.
I
behind the scenes.
think November 1st she watched it.
Wow, that's early. I was gonna
think
say like,
Halloween's over. She's like, Merry Christmas, everybody.
oh shoot, that's a good thought. That's a good thought process. I was gonna say November 20th.
Okay.
So that's my guess.
Okay, I'll admit I don't have the exact date.
Oh,
so
okay.
good,
Well.
good. Sorry, but it was 2 weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
So,
so
wow.
pretty early
So
November.
like almost.
Like mid-November, early
Yeah.
November. Wow.
I win.
I watched my first Christmas movie of the season yesterday.
What did you watch?
It's not even really a movie. It was the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Oh, was it
that's
good?
It was
I
actually
heard
really
it's
good.
funny. Yeah.
It was.
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. I'm excited
Speaking
about
of holiday specials, have you guys seen the Star Wars holiday special?
it. No.
It is a
When,
doozy.
when was it made?
Like a long time ago.
Have you seen it?
I have.
Oh, jeez.
I own a copy of it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
So the
A
Star Wars.
bootleg illegal copy that I bought at the Houston Rodeo.
Yeah. What? What did he say? I'm cutting that.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was
His
so
microphone
weird.
cut out. Oh my gosh.
1978.
1978. So the Star Wars holiday special is like this really weird. I guess it's just kind of a cash grab kind of thing. where,
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
yeah. So basically, they just made a weird holiday movie with Mark Hamill's in it, Carrie Fisher's in it, Harrison
are.
Ford's in it.
They're not the stars though. They're
not
just there.
stars.
Isn't it all about Chewbacca?
It's about a bunch of
Day.
Wookiees celebrating Life Day on
they-
Kashyyyk. Yeah.
Are they actually on the planet?
I think they're on Kashyyyk, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, do you guys want to know what its ratings are on IMDb and Rotten
Yes.
Tomatoes?
Please.
I would like to know.
It's like to
tomato meter.
guess. Yeah, tomato meter. It's Rotten Tomato meter is 25%.
Oh my gosh, 25% like rotten.
25% people liked it. Yeah.
It's
Right.
25%
So it is
good.
super rotten.
It is super rotten. Yeah.
Dang.
The IMDb rating is a 2.1 out of
Oh
10.
my gosh.
Out of 10.
So it's really not even that bad. Like there are movies worse than this.
There are certainly movies worse than this, but it's really bad. It's like it's not Star Wars. It's like just random stuff. Like this is when Boba Fett made his first appearance.
That's right.
Was in the holiday special as like an animated cartoon. There are like
Interesting.
parts that are animated and there are parts that are live action.
For no reason.
There's a sequence where like this grandfather Wookiee puts on a VR headset in 1978
Oh.
and like basically is watching like pole dancers on VR.
But they're Wookiees.
no.
They're little.
That's
it's
so bad.
little creatures.
It's so
bad.
weird.
I have faint memories because my mom is a big, I know these are different, Star Trek and Star Wars person.
I get it.
I don't give me the speech. I already
You're
know
such
they're
a red
different.
shirt.
Okay. Is that a gang reference?
I'm not in a gang read. Actually, I'm a Crip.
Oh my God, cut that.
What?
Anyways, but she would watch both. But have this, once you said, yeah, I have a faint memory as a child watching like parts of this. And when
Yeah.
you said like, it just unlocked.
Jeez.
It unlocked that part of my brain that I tried to repress many years ago.
You know what's even weirder is like the Wookiee part. At one point, they get like their house raided by stormtroopers that
Really?
are occupying their planet, and they like confiscate their life day things. It's like seriously, the Wookiees are basically space Jews during the Holocaust.
Eat, read.
No way. Are you for real?
For
Is that
real.
really what happened?
Yes. Like stormtroopers come into their home and they're like looking for
Oh,
like life day
God.
things.
Oh,
In their
no,
home.
But they don't take them.
I can't remember if one of them gets taken or not.
Jeez,
I
that's
can't.
dark.
You just,
It
yeah,
is very
really
dark.
That is
takes that
super
over the
dark.
edge.
But I mean, Star Wars is basically
Yeah.
space Nazis
Yeah.
against rebels,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like there's so much Nazi
Jeez.
propaganda symbolism in the Empire, right? Yeah, y'all gotta watch the holiday special. It's
I don't know if I,
I don't
want to
think I
watch
wanna
it
see
now.
that.
It's 2 hours of your eyebrows of your eyes
hours?
bleeding.
It's really 2 hours long.
It's 2 hours long.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I couldn't sit through
No.
like a 20 minutes of that.
You want to know what's crazy is I watched this a couple years ago, but the day before, like back to back days, one day I watched The Room, and the next day I watched the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Like the room with what's her name?
Tommy Wiseau.
Oh,
The Room.
So not the one with Captain Marvel.
What is the room?
No, The Room. It's like that cult classic. It's like it's so hard to explain. Honestly, they made a movie about how bad it is, called The Disaster Artist.
Basically, this guy, he's like from somewhere and nobody really knows. Shows up in LA.
This is not the synopsis of the movie. This is the synopsis of how it came to be.
Right, yeah. This guy shows up in LA and is like trying to produce a movie. He's like, hey, I really want to make this movie. He wrote a script. He wants to direct, but he also wants to star. And he's like, I have this amazing movie idea, blah, blah, blah. Gets all these people involved in it. And it's just kind of like a train wreck. And the movie's so bad. And it's like, but he's so like passionate about it and like driven to make it happen. It's just like kind of insane. And so
honestly, you got to watch it.
It was released and like it was really bad. Like it's small. Like
the movie he made was released.
The movie he made was released, like in a few theaters. I think like nobody saw it, right? But then it like gained this weird like cult following of like this is hilarious, like
hilariously bad.
Hilariously bad.
Like it wasn't supposed to be funny, but
and
it
so
is.
and so a lot of people are like, oh, you know, he kind of because then he starts celebrating it. It's like it's so funny, all this stuff. So a lot of people think, you know, he kind of just flip flopped and was like, oh yeah, it was on purpose, you know.
Nobody.
Either way, it's entertaining.
Yeah,
it's super like fun to watch. I don't know if fun to watch.
Nobody
like,
knows where he came from. Nobody knows how he got the money for it.
Right.
Because
kind of wild.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. You want to know something crazy I just found out by looking it up? It came out the same year as Elf.
Really? 03.
2003.
Huh.
I thought it was older. I thought it was a
The
90s
Room is my
movie.
favorite Christmas movie.
What's happening in 2003?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Just this art is happening.
Just art. It was an artsy year
Just a
in America.
big art year.
It opens with like weird graphic sex scene.
It's
not that
weird.
graphic. I mean,
So
there's
maybe I won't
definitely
watch it.
worse.
Yeah, I mean,
but
don't watch it. It's weird.
It's like the first 10 minutes. There's 2 sex scenes. It's weird.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Well, what's your
Whoa.
favorite?
Favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
The Santa Claus is a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
Home Alone. So I think Home Alone 1 is a better movie. I got to get that out there. Like, the movie is way better than the second one, the first
Okay.
one. Like, the second one just rehashes the first movie in like slightly better ways sometimes, but it's like, it's not original. Come on. The first one is like,
But the second one has the sticky bandits.
yeah, but like the first one has the shoveling man next door, the scary eye
Well,
shoveling
the second
man.
one has the bird lady.
Yeah, but she's not as like charismatic as the shoveling man.
I
But
don't know.
that's not her vibe. She just like makes life real for him and like you want to be on the streets.
Yeah, but then the other thing is like he's like obsessed with Christmas trees in the second one. It's like, where'd that come from? You know, like what's up with the
He's a
Christmas tree?
child.
Yeah, kids need to be consistent for once. Jeez.
For what?
Okay.
I think the first one's a better movie. But Santa Claus is good. That one's really good. A big one for me, and this is like, it's not the best Christmas movie, but it reminds me of also being a kid. Jingle All the Way. Have y'all seen this movie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
It's with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's so funny because
Who else is in it with him? There's another big name.
Sinbad.
There it is.
Sinbad is in it.
Sinbad.
Yes. No, what's his name? The kid is Anakin. It's Anakin, the kid Anakin version.
Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd. That's it. Jake Lloyd. I was gonna say Christopher Lloyd, but I knew that was the old guy from Back to the
Different
Future.
one.
Yeah.
Jim Belushi.
Jim
in it.
Belushi's in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like a mall Santa or something like that. It's really funny,
Nice. Oh, I have seen this movie.
dude. It's
Yeah,
so
it's like all about
stupid.
the action figure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dumb, but it's so funny, and it just like
It is funny, yeah.
it's just so silly. It's a good time.
It is a good time.
Rita, what's her name? Rita
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, plays Liz Langston.
Yeah. It's a good.
Oh,
it's
Tom Hanks's
Tom Hanks's wife.
wife.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a great film. Everybody should go watch it. Jingle All the Way. It's a good time. Just kind of throws you back to the 90s. When did it come out?
98.
Yeah, see, it sounds about right.
96.
96. Okay.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Oh, dang.
So I was one. I watched it for the first time, and I was like, man, this is so good.
He literally, with like a bottle in one hand, he was like, "Ma,
I was chugging.
this
like,
is good."
This is so funny.
Wow. Okay. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Is that a good
Oh,
one?
it's a good one.
Which one, cartoon or live action?
That is a great question.
Thank you so much for that compliment.
Thank you. What's your take?
Cartoon or live action?
Live action.
Okay.
I hold a special place in my heart for the cartoon one because it is very like from my childhood,
Mm-hmm.
but I do like the live action better.
Yeah, the live action is just really funny.
Mhm.
That's just another really good one.
Mhm.
There was just kind of this span. I mean, like sometimes, maybe, I don't know. But sometimes there are like really good Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And then there are really bad ones. You know what I mean? Like right now, there's a trailer that I've seen a number of times in the movie theaters for a movie called Violent Night. Have you heard about this?
No.
It's with David Hopper from
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He is Santa Claus, and he is like doing Christmas, and some families like being kidnapped or like held hostage or something.
Yes.
And so,
Yes.
so then him as Santa Claus is like beating the crap out of these these kidnappers and stuff,
What?
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not usually one for like super irreverent like Christmas stuff, like extra violent, you know,
Right.
like Santa, whatever. But it looks so funny. Like it looks really fun, like a really good time.
We saw, what was the movie that we saw?
We snaw.
The We Saw. The Halloween one. Halloween Ends.
Mystery.
Halloween ends.
Halloween Ends. When we saw Halloween Ends, we saw a. Why can't I stop saying it? There was a trailer for Violent Night,
Yeah.
and I couldn't decide if it was a comedy, like a parody of it, or if it was for real.
Like for real, trying to take it
It
serious.
had the same vibes as My Bloody Valentine, like I was
Yeah.
telling you.
Right.
But I mean, it look David Harbour, right? That's his name. Hopper is just he's a great actor,
I think he's good.
and so
He's fun to watch. you
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
I hope it's a really good movie.
Yeah. So all that to say, like that movie's coming out, and it just has I feel it. It has the energy of like just a randomly good Christmas movie, just out of
Right.
nowhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's the next Elf, but it looks like a good time.
Probably not.
Probably
I feel like Santa Claus has to have some sort of like crazy magic powers that he uses. Right?
Oh, he
Like,
does.
He's got to be able to like shoot coal out of his hands or something.
Oh, okay.
I know there's
Or,
a part
like,
in
I
the
don't know.
trailer where he references giving them a lump of coal and then lights a grenade on some dude, or like drops a grenade on some dude or something like that.
Right.
So there's that. I'm pretty sure he uses his like magic present bag somehow. I don't know.
Sends them to another
He's like
dimension.
throwing ornaments at stuff and like
Turns into,
stabbing
like, throwing
people.
stars,
yeah, you know, just like
Ornament
kind of
grenades,
yeah,
yeah.
crazy stuff. You know,
That's wild.
but it just looks like a good time. But like also not too over the top. You know what I mean? Like because that could get stupid real fast. You know.
How do y'all feel about like the holiday like episodes of different series?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, those I love Christmas movies, but I'm also like a TV show gal. Like I will kind of watch TV shows over movies most of the time, and I love like just bouncing from different seasons and watching.
Yeah, like just watching every The Office Christmas episode.
Yeah, or right now I'm going through How I Met Your Mother again, and I love
Good one. Yeah.
like watching the holiday ones. I think it's just so funny.
What's the
So
best Christmas episode of any show that you've watched?
Golly,
Best. I know it's a tough one.
Wow,
That's
a really tough
just-
one.
If you had asked me Halloween, I would have said Psych has one of the
Okay.
best Halloween episodes. I
I
think
still haven't watched that show.
Psych is so funny.
We
It's
talked about Psych for a whole year on this podcast.
Dude,
so.
it's one of my favorite shows.
honestly, you've brought it up a lot of times.
It's one of my favorite shows. It's like one of the best shows ever. I almost brought it up earlier this episode. when I was saying, when you said everybody calm down, I quote one of the characters, his name's Gus.
Mhm.
I quote him all the time, just going, calm down. Okay. Everybody just calm down. And he's just really funny when he says it. And so I say that all the time, but nobody ever gets when I say it.
Nobody gets
But
it.
I get it. And that's all that matters.
okay.
So yeah,
Wow.
Christmas episodes. That's weird.
I think that I mean, I just like filed through all of the different shows I love. I think the Office Christmas episode where Michael brings in his bike. It's like a toy drive, and he brings in like an old used bike.
Yeah.
And then because Carol just broke up with him, and he's like
Sad.
so he's so sad, and they go to the like Benihana, and they bring back the waitresses, and there's like the karaoke. That episode is
episode.
so funny.
Did you know on that episode, like in that episode, they get their two dates confused, right?
Uh-huh.
But at Benihana's, they actually had two different waitresses.
Yeah.
So they had two waitresses, and then they got them confused with two other waitresses and brought those two waitresses to the party, and then got those two waitresses confused.
Is that canon? Like, that's actually what happened?
Like, I mean, they don't mention it on the show,
Right.
but they are different actresses.
Right,
Like, they're
right.
different people.
Right, you can see it.
So I think it's purposeful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was like
It wasn't like
we can't
mentioned.
find the same actresses.
Right,
You
right.
know, I don't think anybody's going to notice. I think it was like something that
an
happened,
intentional decision. Because that was always my question. I was like, these aren't even the same
Right.
people. Like, how did they? Like, what's going on here? I've
Right.
always thought that. Okay. And
So-
yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Does Brooklyn Nine-Nine have Christmas episodes?
I'm sure it does.
I can't remember.
Another one I haven't watched. Sorry,
Weird.
everyone.
It's on my list to watch. I know I would like it. I just haven't watched it.
Man, I can't think of like specific Christmas episodes of Psych. I can think of one ending of a Psych Christmas episode where like Sean is always like, so Sean's dad was a detective, right? And Sean is like a psychic detective, right? So like they're always trying to guess what each other got them for Christmas. That's like their game, is like you get a Christmas gift for somebody, and so you're trying to guess what the other person got you. And Sean is always beating his dad by like he won't even get his dad a present. He'll get himself a present that complements the present his dad got him. And so like one year Sean's dad was going to get him an iPhone. And so Sean got his dad an iPhone case that said Psych on the back. And then he just took the case and put it on his iPhone.
That's
Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh.
Right. Which Sean has some issues to work through anyway, but like with, not being caring enough. But
Wow.
Wow. Ephraim?
Wow. I mean, it's got to be one of the Office episodes, but I can't decide which one it is. The original one, like the first one, where they're doing the Yankee swap.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a classic one.
Mhm.
It's really, really funny. I liked the Diwali episode.
Oh yeah.
Another really good one. Which is, I guess, technically the Christmas episode that year, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Like, I don't think they do a separate Christmas episode that season.
I like when they did the Moroccan Christmas.
Mhm. Yeah,
And then Stanley's like, Mo Rocca Christmas.
It's so good. The Office had great Christmas episodes.
My favorite is Sexy Santa. The Sexy
That's a
Santa
really
one.
funny
Oh,
Or
that
yeah.
one's really good.
But like when he like flips it around and he becomes Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry your party's so lame.
I have the power of flight.
David, I want you to guess who I'm sitting here dressed as.
I can heal leopards.
Great stuff.
So good.
When I was in college, my professor showed me this Christmas like YouTube video. It's from 2006. It's called The Greatest Action Story Ever Told, which is like a riff off of The Greatest Story Ever Told,
Right,
which is
right.
like supposed to be the story of Jesus.
Right.
The greatest action story ever told is the Terminator going back in time to save Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's like 5 minutes long, but it's like the Terminator like just hanging out with Jesus at his birth, and then like throughout Jesus' ministry, and then like he's there at Jesus' death, and it's like all of this funny stuff is happening.
Oh my
You gotta
gosh.
watch it. It's
Okay,
the
we'll
greatest.
link it in show notes. That's amazing.
We're linking that in show notes. Oh,
Right.
Okay. Since it's Christmas season, as a podcast, we're always trying to make money, and so no, we're gonna add some good Christmas gifts into the description. So with that link of the greatest
Oh my goodness.
action story ever told, we're gonna add a link to a Christmas item every week. I just decided that right
This
now.
is so-
Right now.
this
So
looks so
what
bad.
what should we recommend to people to
It's
give
just
their
like pandering.
go buy it buy this thing on Amazon?
We've never made any money off this podcast.
Absolutely not. Zero money.
We've spent so much money.
Now you're making people feel bad for us.
I
Don't
hope they do.
worry
I hope
about
they
us at
feel
all.
so
I'm
bad.
playing my tiny violin right now.
So you could you should buy you should buy a guitar.
Look at
No.
her.
And yes,
No.
yes, it's a great Christmas gift.
No, it's not.
Buy a
can buy it
VR,
cheap.
buy a VR set because that's what they
Oh
used
my
in the
gosh.
Star Wars
Holiday Special. There's a
That's so
VR.
expensive. Can we get somebody to buy something that's cheaper?
We'll do a
Buy-
couple
Oh my
options.
gosh, you consumeristic people!
You can buy
I
all the
cannot believe you.
movies
We'll
that
link
we've
some toilet
mentioned.
paper. It's fine.
Yeah, that's a practical gift right there.
You can buy all the movies
Single ply.
that we mentioned in
No.
the movie,
Yes,
in this episode, in the links in the description. So go check those out.
I'm gonna link a dog toy. Best dog toy.
Here, chew on this.
So long for the drums to kick in.
Ridiculous.
Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's still Christmas. It's going to keep going. Goodbye.